All the noise players used to make about the clan quest has subsided. The game developers listened and make some changes to this clan quest that made us able to enjoy all the rewards and tasks that we are getting right now. In this video, I'm going to go through all the tasks and tell you my top 3 favorite tasks that I always complete every week, and also my top 3 most hated tasks that I do not touch. I'll also review where I spend my clan gold. Alright, thank you for joining me for yet another video. My name is Bricks5D and let's just get straight to it. I always take the clan quest that is available on the elite part of these levels because that's the level of player I am. Elite player. Free to play, by the way. And I target the easy to do ones. If you're kind of an end game player, you usually don't target the easy ones. You go for the ones that are difficult for your clan members that they cannot complete. So personally, I'm not there yet where I can target the ones that people can complete. I always target the ones that I can complete, because if I'm unable to, it will look bad for my clan. I'm in a clan where we have a rule. I don't know about your clan. We take 1 quest a day. At clan boss reset, you can take another quest. At clan boss reset, you can take another quest. So it takes me about 3 days to complete my 3 weekly quest limits. So I don't know if your clan is so organized that you have a Discord where you can all communicate and come to an understanding, but the way we do it allows everybody to have an equal opportunity of taking easy tasks and not somebody just rushing in here and taking the 3 most easy ones for themselves. So that's how I choose these tasks. I don't just come in here and take the 3 most easy ones that it's good for me. No, I pick 1 a day before you guys roast me in the comments. So my top most favorite one I pick from the elite task is survive 49 turns in the clan boss, whether it's nightmare or ultra nightmare. I always make sure I pick this one first. Usually when I log in, this one is usually taken, but this is this is one I usually look out for, and it's quite easy because I have an unkillable team. Now, if you do not have an unkillable team, that task obviously is not for you. So with an unkillable team, I'm easily able to complete this task that allows me to. Where is the task? Let me scroll down and find it. I know somebody has already completed it, so it won't be on the list. Here it is. Survive 49 turns against the clan boss. There is one for ultra nightmare. There is one for also nightmare. So I'm glad they put both of them on the elite stage. Place 10 simultaneous debuffs on Fire Knight, Dragon, Ice Golem, any of those ones that requires you to place 10 simultaneous debuffs on these dungeon bosses. I'm up for it. I don't like the one that says place 10 simultaneous debuffs on the spider, because my spider team does not place up to 10 debuff. We just place the HP burn and nuke with a cold heart. So I'm not going to go put a poisoner in there, decrease attack. So our debuffs on the spider is not up to 10. So I usually do this for the dragon. I do it for the Fire Knight. I do it for also the Ice Golem. So that's the task I think I completed this week. If I can find my name on this list, you can see it right there. I placed 10 simultaneous debuffs on the Fire Knight and also on the Ice Golem. I think this is the most easiest task in the game, because it doesn't require you to do it at a higher level, 25 boss or whatever. It just says stage 15 and up. So you can just go in there without killing the bosses too fast, place your debuffs manually, and once it's complete, it doesn't have to be different debuffs. That's why some people don't choose this task. They think it has to be 10 different debuffs. No, it can be just poison, 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 decrease attack, decrease defense, poison, poison, and the debuffs are placed and I get the rewards. So these are my this is my second most favorite one I always select. The third one on my list is claim reward for milestones or win top 3 position in events. Now, this is not an easy one. This is the one I choose as a challenge to myself. I can't just come in here and pick all easy ones. I have to choose at least one that is a challenge for me and that might help my clan. So this one requires me to win a tournament at the top 3 position. Either I win first position, second position, or third position. A tournament on the what do you call this place now? On the events place. So I'm usually able to win tournaments. I've found this out because I'm competitive for tournaments. I don't know why, but I have enough free to play energy to consistently do whatever tournament is coming up, even if it's especially if it's what do you call it, arena. I usually win first, third, except you have some pay to win player who is going head to head against me. Then I don't give up. I look for his weakness when he's not online and then I push. So yeah, right now, even in the Dragon tournament we are doing, I'm placing in 5th position. I do not intend to win first position in this tournament because I don't want the top prize. If I wanted to, I'll keep pushing. Right now, all I needed was to win this 4-star chicken and I'll be done. And apart from the 4-star chicken, I will make sure I'm one of the players who gets an ancient shard. That's also something I will make sure I get. Normally, I'm supposed to settle for the 6th position because this 75 gems is sometimes even more precious and important than an ancient shard. But the way we have a 2x ancient event coming up and I want to pull a lot of ancients for you guys, I'm doing whatever I can to get all ancients from any part of the game, especially from this part of this tournament. So that's one type of tournament that I like to win, whether it's Dragon, whether it's arena fights. If it's tag team arena, I also push for it. I use my gems to buy those tag team arena refills and I do it. So that's one that is challenging, that I know a lot of people will not be able to achieve. But if it's the one that just says get a milestone, to get this milestone at the top 2050, it's quite easy. Just run it overnight with free to play energy. You can meet this goal. If it's a normal tournament, I mean, not just challenging one that requires the Dark Elves only. I made a video about my Dark Elves team. If you've not seen that, I'll put the link in the description below that I'm using for this tournament right now. So that's my 3rd one. Now, I know there are other ones, some that requires you to sell 5 million worth of what do you call it, of artifacts, but these 3 are my top favorite ones, and I've been checking that I've been doing these 3 almost every week. Now let's go over to the ones I hate the most, that I will never touch no matter what, even if it's the last ones available and I have not picked the tax yet. I will not touch these 3. Number 1 on my list is to place debuffs on tag team arena, Dragon, or other places in the game. So if the let me look for it right here. This one says place block revive 100 times on boss minions in ice golem. So the problem is not placing the block revive. The problem I have with this tax is how many times you have to place it. So I don't know if they count you going to the ice golem and beating it as 2 times because you block revive 2 times, and you know you don't want to sit there and manually. This type of thing require you to have a team that can be sure to place the block revive, and sometimes you know those arts don't get block revived. So I hate these tags that usually want you to do something to place a debuff in a boss, especially the ones for the tag team arena. I'm looking for it right here. Place 100 decreased defense debuffs on the boss in Fire Knight. 100. That means when I place the decreased defense once and the boss takes his turn and then it falls off, then I place it again, does it count as 2? I guess somebody who knows this can tell me in the comments. I always thought that if you place decreased defense, then you fight the boss, it falls off, you place it again, you fight the boss, it falls off, you place it again, then the boss dies. That's just 1. So you have to do the Fire Knight 100 times, and you know that's a lot of energy, especially for a free to play. So if this counts as maybe 1 run of the Fire Knight can make you place the decreased defense like 5 times on the boss, maybe you guys can tell me, then this tax might be a little bit easier. But still, I don't want to manual it at 20 or 25. And especially if there is no task or if there is no tournament or event going on right now that requires you to fight the Fire Knight. I don't like going into the Fire Knight. I don't like going into the Ice Golem. So if a task or a clan quest is going to make me sit there doing 20, 30, 50 runs of Fire Knight just to place 100 decreased defense, I don't like it. Or block revive for the Ice Golem. See the one for Tag Team Arena? Place 200 increased defense buffs on Tag Team. So does it count when you place increased defense for all your allies, and then it counts at 4, and then you take another turn, 2 turns, and you place increased defense again, does it count as 8? I don't know, because I've never touched this. I felt like it's 1 increased defense, you place it again, place it multiple times in a fight. Or does it count for the waves, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3? I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments if it counts as 3 if you have 3 different set of enemies, or if it counts as 6 if you place it 6 times during the entire fight. It's still going to be a lot of runs, of a lot of tag team arena fights, especially when you're fighting against teams that are one-man team, single-man team. So you just nuke them and move ahead, so you don't have time to, sit there and actually milk it and place increased defense a lot of times. So that's why I don't like those ones that requires me to place debuffs. No matter where it is, I don't want to do it, especially if you have to do it multiple times. Crafts. The second one I don't like is anything that requires me to craft items in the forge or to upgrade artifacts. It's very specific about what it requires you to craft, and even the substats that it requires you to craft, and especially since it's the elite, it will require you to do it at a legendary level or get a particular substat. It's not 1, it requires you 5 to 10 times. So let me look for one task that requires that. See this one, upgrade 5 rank 5 or higher accessories to level 16. Do you know the amount of gold that you have to spend, a bit silver they have to spend to get 5 rings to level 16? For a free to play, it's not easy. Right now I'm sitting at, I'm sitting at less than 1 million silver, and we're about to have a fusion event. I didn't have 1 million silver because I was working on my faction wars team today. Don't worry, I didn't push the items to level 16. I pushed all the artifacts I upgraded to level 15, so that once the artifact training event drops, I'll just push it to 16. So I have about 10 artifacts right now sitting at 15. So this artifact training event will be easy for me, because all I need to do is spend a little bit of silver to push all of them to 16, and that will be awesome. That's why I spend the silver right now, because I needed that push. So what I'm saying is the silver is not easy to get to do anything that requires to upgrade your ring, your banners, your amulets. So it requires a lot of silver to do it. So I don't like anything that requires me to forge. As for the forge, I want to save all my forging for when there's a CVC, because that's what really helps my clan to push in CVC, when we have a lot of resources saved up and spend it during a CVC. So I don't go into the forge. Right now I'm sitting at only 72 items to forge. I was at 0 at the end of this CVC. By the start of a new CVC, sure, I've piled up a lot of resources. So I don't want to come in here and spend this my precious rank charms or rarity charms right now, because I'm trying to get legendary artifacts that a clan quest requires me to get. So that's my second one that I do not like. Artifacts upgrades, a lot of silver, and CVC forging items then. The third one on the list that I clearly hate is to clear the dungeon stages using a particular faction. Right now I'm working on my faction wars team, so that's why I can't say this is for me. So anyone that requires me to clear crypts, skinwalkers, where is another one, clear Ice Golem's Peak with Dwarves faction. So it just requires to use a particular faction to beat a particular boss stage. And does it let you do it once? Yes, you just have to do it once. This one requires you to do it 10 times. The dwarves requires you to do it 10 times. So it doesn't say just do it once, it wants you to do it a lot of times. So I'm not down for that. I think somebody did one of them. Let me see. No, nobody's touching it either. So nobody wants to have a team or a particular faction to beat one particular boss. It's kind of hard to do. Right now for the dragon, I do have a team that can beat the dragon, right, at 20. So if it says use a high elves or dark elves team to beat dragon 20, I do have a team for that. But the problem is we usually don't have a team that they put on this list. It's usually dwarves or something that is weird. The one they know we don't. Lizardman faction. Upgrade a legendary champion. So if it's just a faction, I don't want to hear it. So this one is Ogin tribes. I have cleared the Ogin tribes in Faction Wars, but to have a team that can do Spider 10 times, nah, I don't think I'm down for that. Skinwalkers, Fire Knight with the Skinwalkers. So for endgame players, this might be easy for you because you have all legendary champions that can easily beat the stage 20 10 times. But for me, I'm not there yet. So that's my top 3 most hated clan quest and my top 3 most beloved clan quest. Now, after we get all those clan gold or whatever they call that currency in here, where do I spend it? That's the next thing I wanted to show you guys. I always spend it number 1 on energy, because as free to play, energy is the most important resource for me. So right now CVC is coming along and I'm saving my entire 1000 gold. I think I'll still get another one tomorrow, 300 or 350. I'll use all on energy. Now for endgame players who are not concerned about energy, or if you spend a little money in the game, you're not concerned about energy, you might be spending it on these accessories. This is my second choice. So after I'm done buying all 10 that I can, my second choice is this accessories. I slept on this for a while, I have to be honest. I didn't know the revenge accessories, 5% chance to counter attack, was such a big deal, because I'm not a competitive player. I'm more of a PvE focused player. I'm not focusing on trying to get these revenge accessories to counter attack at a very low rate, up to 15% if you have it all on the 3 accessories that you have. So I slept on this. I started buying it right now because last week we didn't have energy right here, so I spent all my gold last week on it. So this week I'm going to spend all I have on this one. You might be asking, what about the legendary champion? What about the legendary champion? Unfortunately, I'm not looking for more legendary champions that I cannot book or build right now. So I have a lot on the list that I have to focus on. If she comes into my roster today, she'll go into the vault. Even if she's a good champion, she might go into the vault for an additional 1 month or 2 months. So that's why I'm not spending my gold on buying this one right here. I think that's about it. I'm not saving it. Most people say you should save it until your clan unlocks these levels and then you start buying this in bulk, 3000. I'm not saving it. I'm spending it on energy, and I'm building my champions and accessories to beat a lot of areas in the game. That's my clan shop purchases and clan quest tasks that I love and hate. Let me know which ones you guys like to focus on, and they're all similar, whether it's for expert and basic levels, no matter which parts you're buying or you're trying to beat. My name is Brix5D. I'll see you guys in the comments if you tell me your best one and the ones you hate most and why you hate them, like you've seen for mine. I'm out for the night.